gentlemen. Good afternoon and welcome to the Maspeth High School Class of 2019 Commencement Ceremony. At this time, we ask that you please rise and remove all hats for the Pledge of Allegiance and the National Anthem performed by the organelles. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you. Please be seated. I would now like to introduce our Master of Ceremonies, Mr. Jesse Pachter.
Okay, we made it. Awesome. It's starting. Okay. Good afternoon, students, parents, faculty, and administration, and welcome to Maspeth High School's graduation for the class of 2019. What a ride it's been these past 4 years, full of highlights and lowlights, joy and stress, laughter and drama. But enough about my life, let's talk about all the seniors who are here today. That was a joke. There you go. The class of 2019 has played a huge role in helping the school become what it is today. Maspeth High School is a national Blue Ribbon School of Excellence and one of the most sought out high schools within the entire New York City Department of Education. This year alone, 5,887 students applied to begin their high school career at Maspeth High School. This is a career that you all started just 4 short years ago, and now with a blink of an eye, you are off into the real world. And as you walk out those doors today, I'd like to leave you with a few words of advice. Insecurity and putting too much value on the opinion of others will prevent you from doing what ultimately makes you happy in life. As I look out into the audience today, I wonder how many of you didn't try out for a sport team because you felt you wouldn't be good enough to make it. Or how many of you didn't audition for the school play because you were concerned what others might think of you. I'm here to tell you today, enough is enough. You are enough. You've always been enough. And the thoughts and opinions of the doubters in your life only matter if you let them. Many people in the audience today have posted a picture on Instagram and removed it after a couple of hours because they didn't get enough likes. We value the likes. We want the likes. We almost need the likes. The thing is, the only like that actually matters is your own. Like what you do, like who you are, and good things are sure to follow. I appreciate that. If it's a push you need, then let this day be your driving force. You are no longer high school students, so there is no need to act like one. After today, stop caring so much about what other people think of you. Go on and live the life you choose. I promise you, it will make all the difference. Thank you for your time, and let's get this show on the road. The first person that I'd like to introduce is your student body vice president, Isabel Gazdira.
4 years ago, we walked into the brick building of Maspeth High School. None of us knew what to expect, but we all got through it together. From being anxious, squeaky clean freshmen to bold, rebellious, and careless seniors, we have made it. Today is bittersweet. It marks the ending of our high school career and the beginning of an era of self-sufficiency and independence. I'd like to thank you for all the monumental moments we have shared. We all have stories worth sharing, and they will forever echo through the halls of Maspeth High School even after we leave. We're all different. That's the beauty of our graduating class. We all have different passions to chase, but all of us will try to quote-unquote leave a legacy. Just remember, legacy isn't how many commas we have in our bank accounts, but instead, it is measured with how many lives we have touched and the relationships we fostered. Class of 2019. I wish you nothing short of the very best and endless happiness. Live boldly, but most importantly, live well. With that, for the last time, I'd like to welcome the Student Body Vice President and my best friend, Juliana Bondi.
Okay, you know what? I'm just gonna stand on my tippy toes because, okay. Thank you. To the class of 2019. We've officially made it to the final day of high school. Congratulations. Thank you for electing Isabel and I as your class and student body presidents over the course of these 4 years. It has been an honor representing you and the school, and without your support, we would not have had the countless experiences that we associate with student government. Always remember that today's youth is who will change the world. We are the next generation of leaders. We are the next generation of advocates, business leaders, and politicians. We are the next generation of change. So use your voice, stand up, and speak out, because bigger change starts one movement at a time. As Dr. Seuss says in the Lorax, unless someone like you cares a whole awful lot, it's not going to get better. It's not. So with that being said, I want to say a few thank yous. First of all, where's Papa Bondi at? Because there's my man, okay? Papa, for you. Okay. To my dad, my #1 fan, my biggest supporter, my favorite person, my therapist, and my best friend. I would not be the person I am today without you, and most importantly, I would not be on the stage without your constant support. You never miss a game, an award ceremony, or club event. You never fail to ask me about my day when I get home, and you've dedicated your life to make sure that I can live my best one. For that, I am eternally grateful. From the bottom of my heart, I want to say thank you. I want to say thank you to my mother as well. While she's no longer here, I know she's watching over me. And she always taught me that the greatest power is possessed in knowledge and dedication, so I dedicate this speech to her. To my... Guys, there's a lot of things. Okay, there's a lot of thank yous, so save for the end. Because I don't friends, especially the ones I consider family, thank you for the love, thank you for your friendship and your time. Maspeth High School would have been just a building without you, but you transformed it into a place I cherish going every day. Thank you for the memories, thank you for the laughs, and thank you for all of the talks. To my coaches and teammates, thank you for helping me develop into the player I am today. I'm going to miss the daily practices and all the hilarious inside jokes. I'll even miss the complaining about the 20-minute runs, that stinky clean smell, and finding those little pellets all around my house. To all of the staff and administration, thank you for empowering me. Thank you for empowering all of your students. And I assure you, your commitment to the growth and well-being of Maspeth High School does not go unnoticed. Without you, we would not be the blue ribbon school we are today. Thank you to all the parents who have gathered here today. It was truly an honor spending the past 4 years with everyone. The brightest, most genuine, motivational, and hilarious group of people I have ever met. Thank you for all you have sacrificed to watch us walk this stage today. And this day is a celebration not only of our scholarship throughout the past 4 years, but of your support and encouragement throughout this past 17 and 18. And lastly, one of the most important thank yous. Thank you to my best friend and your vice president, Isabel Gazdira. I still remember that day I dragged you out of Green Club with Mr. Bell to go to the student government meeting and run for class presidents. The various late nights we spent writing our speeches and crazed lunch periods as we ran around asking teachers for recommendations. The countless community board, participatory budget, and SLT meetings we've attended. All the trips and proposals we've written together have only brought us closer. I would not be giving this speech if it wasn't for you. And in fact, I couldn't have made it through these past 4 years without you. So thank you isn't enough. And now, before I leave, I'd like to leave you with a story. So my dad doesn't know about this. It's probably the first time he's going to hear this. But around a month ago, I spent $20 on a psychic reading. And I know you're probably questioning how I can make such an illogical and impulsive decision, but honestly, I had to. See, you can't expect me to walk away from a psychic who's had clairvoyancy in her family for 8 generations. But anyway, here's the story. So my friend and I were walking down Broadway, and we came across this small market, and inside at this booth was this old woman, just sitting behind a counter filled with energy stones and crystal necklaces, and instantly, I knew this woman was about to talk business. So I sat down, I opened my palm, and this is some of what she told me. She said I am meant to be a leader. Despite me entering college as a biology major right now, she said I had a path in business. I will be successful. I will be at the top of my field, and people will come to me for help and advice. I will work to put my career first, and then my family. I will have 3 kids, 2 boys and 1 girl, starting at the age of 27. As of right now, I am lost within myself and need to find and discover who I am. But there will be big things to come in January 2020. Potentially going to be my soulmate. Love in July, but she wasn't really vibing with him, so we're going to have to see what happens. But most importantly, she left me with this advice. She said, if you ever see yourself moving backwards, even if you face rejection, even if you feel yourself giving up, push through, continue, don't stop, and rise above. I thought about my reading as I took the M train home, and I realized it was that last little bit that made shoving out the $20 worth it. It was confirmation. See, the major, the job, the family, the kids, it's all going to come in time. In fact, in my 17 years of life, I've come to realize that it's actually the most unexpected moments and people that have completely changed my life. I'm a firm believer in the fact that what and who is meant to find you will come to you with patience. But in the meantime, it's your goals, your aspirations, your attitude and mindset to how you want to turn your vision of success into the reality that will drive your days. See, those values are what make you wake up every day and grind. Those values are what will drive you to chase your passion, to chase opportunity, to do more, and to work harder. To all of you, I genuinely wish you nothing but success, happiness, love, and good health. May you live an eventful life. May you chase your passion and have the courage to continue despite hardship. Thank you for a wonderful 4 years. Thank you for the impact you have made on your classmates, your teammates, your teachers, your coaches, your parents. Without even just one person from this class, Maspeth wouldn't have been the same without you. So live well and all love. Juliana Bonti.
Okay, I'm back. Now I'd like to welcome to the stage the founding principal to the place that many of us in this room call our second home, Maspeth High School, Principal Khurshid Abdul Mutagabir.
Good afternoon, everyone, and welcome. Maspeth High School graduating class of 2019, you are the 5th group of students that have graduated from our school. As you graduate from Maspeth, many members of our first graduating class are now graduating from college. It's hard for me to believe that we've been around so long and that some of our alum are now fully grown adults with college degrees and careers. So what are the next steps for you? And where do you see yourself in 4 years? Whatever your next steps are, and wherever they will take you is mostly up to you. After high school, some of you will continue down the pathway to the destination that you have already decided on, and some of you will reinvent yourselves and end up at a destination that may have never crossed your mind as a high school student. What I personally believe is that it's not so much the destination that matters the most, it's the journey. It's the people that you encounter along the way, the lessons you learn, the adversity you push your way through, and the failures that you learn from and overcome. What are the core values of Maspeth High School? Good. And what are your core values? Hopefully the same. Stick to your core values and let your core values guide you through the next chapter of your life. When you're faced with difficulty, stay true to who you are and gather as much information as possible before you act on things. I wish you much success in this next chapter of your life, and I salute all of the parents, family, guardians, and supporters who have raised you and guided you to this point in your life. Thank you very much. Congratulations.
Okay, now I'd like to welcome to the stage your Salutatorian, Ariana Izquierdo.
Excuse me, my mouth is a little dry, so, okay. Ladies, gentlemen, parents, friends, loved ones, faculty, and staff, good afternoon. My name is Ariana Izquierdo, and I am honored to be your salutatorian for the 2019 graduating class of Maspeth High School. Before I begin my speech, I just want to say a few thank yous, most importantly to my family. Hi guys! Without your unconditional love and unwavering support, I don't think I would be up here on the stage today. I'm gonna keep it short because I don't want to cry. Next, thank you Maspeth High School for giving me an amazing 4 years. If I were to individually list all of the staff members that made my experience at Maspeth High School so memorable, it would sound like an acceptance speech at the Oscars. But I'm gonna do it anyways, real quick. A special thanks to Ms. Avivi, Ms. Papakostas, Ms. Delgado, Mr. Scales, Mr. Kwan, Mr. Pachter, Ms. Gala, Ms. Cortez, Galino, Fallon, Martin, Baker, Sepulveda Cheese, and anyone and everyone who has ever sat down to have a conversation with me or crack a joke or two. Your kindness and your inspiring words will not be forgotten. Thank you for making Maspeth my home from sunrise to well past sunset these past 4 years. So I was told it is my job as salutatorian to salute my graduating class. So here goes. I salute you. I salute you for making it to these seats today, in spite of whatever obstacles troubled you these past 4 years. I salute you for making it through your first Socratic seminar, for taking each IA that you hated, and for all those annotations that you procrastinated. And making it through your first and hopefully last declamation. I salute you for struggling through your classes and succeeding, and doing all those delta math that you hated anyways. I salute you for your involvement in the school, and for putting on a smile each time Matos walked by with the camera, for winning each game you played in as an athlete, and for not knowing exactly what an Argonaut was, yet accepting it anyways and showing that Argo pride. I salute you for earning your cap and gown. I salute you for making it through the hallways, the cafeteria, and all that teenage gossip, and I salute you for your personal growth and accomplishments. By the time we leave here today, having walked across the stage and accepted our diplomas, we would have closed the first chapter on our lives and started the next in our story. And while we can't rewrite past chapters, we can write our future. While I know most of us have had one foot out the door since September, today marks the beginning of a new path for all of us. Some of us will head off to the military, some of us will head straight to the workforce, and some of us will pursue higher education. Whatever your path may be, I hope you remember your time here at Maspeth High School and all we learned together. Personally, my favorite subject in school was always English. I felt that we had a lot to learn from literature, and trust me, I hated annotating as much as the rest of you did, but I thought it taught us an important lesson, something that a lot of us we tend to overlook. To pay attention to the little things, because that's what ends up being valuable later on. Years from now, you may not remember that fight you got into with what's their face that happened your sophomore year, or that test that made you cry because they brought your grades down a few points. But you'll remember the laughs that you had in the back of the classroom with your friends, the meaningful conversations you had over food, and the intense card games you participated in during lunch. From literature, we learned so much. Elie Wiesel taught us the importance of remembering what was lost. John Milton warned us against pride, and Huxley encouraged our individuality. F. Scott Fitzgerald wooed us with a love story, and Kurt Vonnegut Jr. advised that if we were ever in Cody, Wyoming, to just ask for a wild spot. From literature, we learn about people, and we learn about ourselves. I remember in philosophy there was a period of time where we studied Socrates, and there's one particular quote that has always stuck with me, that an unexamined life is not worth living. To me, this means that we must constantly self-reflect in order to do and be better versions of ourselves. We must never forget our awkward haircuts and how incredibly foolish we behaved, and we should never forget the family and friends who supported us nonetheless. I have no doubt in my mind that each and every member of the graduating class of 2019 is meant for greatness. There are many different definitions of success, and I know you will all make it, no matter the journey you take to reach your destination. Before I finish off, I say one more thank you. When I self-reflect, I remember the best. So, to my friends, hi guys, who have always been the best with me, thank you. How lucky am I to have something that makes saying goodbye so hard. We may be going on to our next chapter, but we're not closing the book just yet. So to my friends, both friends that I've had since day one, to the friends I made just this year, thank you. Thank you for making me laugh a little louder, smile a little bigger, and live life just a little bit better. Congratulations, class of 2019. I hope you all live your best lives full of unending love and laughter. If you're on a sports team, you know this, and if you don't, you've heard it anyways. You guys have to do it with me though, okay? Are you ready? Maspeth on 3, family on 6. 1, 4, 5, 6, family! Now, it is my pleasure to introduce to you my bestest friend in the whole world, whom I'm so proud of, my sister and your valedictorian, Salme Vargas.
Good afternoon, parents, friends, faculty, staff, and graduating class of 2019. Wow, this really is happening, isn't it? We did it. We survived high school. We survived countless days of sleepless nights, struggles, and stress. And for that in itself, I think we deserve an applause. I would first like to thank everyone present in this room, parents, faculty, teachers, for being here today celebrating the accomplishments of the class of 2019. Before I say my final goodbye, I would like to reminisce our 4 years at Maspeth. 1,460 days ago, we all walked into a place that became our second home. Because, let's face it, we always preferred to stay within those bright lit halls rather than being stuck at home on the couch eating pizza that we ordered 3 days ago. Sorry. From the very beginning, we were constantly encouraged to participate in sports, clubs, so we did just that. In doing so, we created long-lasting friendships that on my behalf eased the transition into high school. We are all unique individuals, but on that very first day, we all had one thing in common. Fear. Fear of what others may think. Fear if we would make new friends. Fear of what would come next. Just like a Rubik's Cube, our first year of high school was a puzzle. We had to match the colors by figuring out who was who and who went out with who. As a result, we slowly started to solve part of the Rubik's Cube. Sophomore year. It's the year we begin to understand what is going on in high school, but you're still an underclassman, meaning you had no power. Time decided to speed up that year, making it a blur. However, there is one distinct moment that we should all be able to remember. Mato's got the juice. Where's Mato? Till this day, I don't understand how that came to be, but it made us all laugh, so thank you. By the time junior year came along, the Rubik's Cube was already halfway done. We finally became upperclassmen with more entitlement. We became leaders, not followers, which meant our responsibilities doubled. More AP classes were available to us, coaches began to rely on us, and the freshmen would look up to us. Everything was set into place that year, so when senior year came along, everything was much simpler. The final step of a Rubik's Cube, orienting the last layer corners. If you've done everything right from the very start, senior year is a breeze, but there is one very important thing that you need to get out of the way before you leave. Apply for college. Some of you were college ready by the end of junior year, others waited until the very last minute to apply to colleges, or maybe even forgot to apply altogether. Wherever you were in the college process, there was always one individual who would give you that little push you needed. So thank you, Ms. Delgado, wherever you are, for helping us with that happen. Now, 1,460 days later, the Rubik's Cube is complete and college is right around the corner. At this moment, I want to recognize some of the most amazing people that have helped me throughout the journey. They have motivated, supported, and loved me throughout these years, and I can't thank them enough. Firstly, the friends that have stuck with me throughout these 4 years of high school. Thank you for supporting me, thank you for loving me, but most importantly, thank you for humoring me. We always had our good laughs. There wasn't a single time where I wasn't hysterically laughing about one of you falling down the stairs, or laughing at your laughter. You guys know who you are, so thank you. I am saying this from the bottom of my heart. Please don't forget about me when you move on to greater things in life. I want to thank the staff and teachers at Maspeth for making this possible for me and my classmates. Senioritis hit us hard, so thank you for always motivating us. I would personally like to thank Mr. Fanchesi, the really, really tall teacher at our school. He's currently standing right there.
Yeah, Chief!
Friend, wait.
Yeah, Chief! The best!
Since sophomore year, he was the teacher that I would always go to annoy, and he never got tired of it. He would always make me laugh and would always try to push me to work my hardest. He knew the abilities that I had, and I will admit that at one point, I was lazy and I did not try to challenge myself. Fran, maybe if I would have known you freshman year, I might have taken the AP class. Maybe not. But thank you for everything that you've done for me. I would also like to thank Potty Mathers. For those of you who don't know, he is the guy who has put up with me and my craziness. He's sitting right at the very front. He believed in me when I didn't and has always managed to put a smile on my face, so thank you. Lastly, my family. My mom, dad, sister. I thank you for always supporting me on what I wanted to do, calming me down whenever I was stressed, but most importantly, motivating me to do the things that are out of the norm. Thank you to my grandpa and my aunt who flew out here to see me on this stage. Without all of you, I wouldn't be where I am today, writing this long yet important speech. I promise it's almost over. I want to leave the class of 2019 with a few words. I am extremely proud of the people we've become. As cheesy as it may sound, a different version of us is leaving high school. We are no longer babies who will be coddled when things get rough. It's time for us to grow up, whether we like it or not. But as we're growing up, it is important to remember our old friends, the friends we have made at our times at Maspeth High School. As Dr. Seuss once said, don't cry because it's over. Smile because it happened. Congrats, class of 2019. We did it.
it get me down. So when negativity surrounds, I know someday it'll all turn around because all my life I've been waiting for, I've been praying for the people to say that we don't want to fight no more. There'll be no more wars, and our children will say, one day, one day, one day, one day, one day, one day. It's not about win or lose, 'cause we all lose when they feed on the souls of the innocent, blood-drenched pain. Keep on moving, water stay raging. In this maze, you can lose your way. It might drive you crazy, but don't let it freeze you away. No way. Sometimes in my tears I drown, but I never let it get me down. So when negativity surrounds, I know someday it'll all turn around because all my life I've been waiting for, I've been praying for the people to say that we don't want to fight no more. There'll be no more wars, and our children will say, one day, one day, one day, one day, one day, one day. One day this all will change, treat people the same, stop with the violence, down with the hate. One day we'll all be free and proud to be under the same sun, singing songs of freedom like why-oh, 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 why-oh. All my life I've been waiting for, I've been praying for the people to say that we don't want to fight no more. There'll be no more wars, and our children will say, one day, one day, one day.